Trump, and it's the same thing with her
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Biden. It's a split screen moment. You got to understand this. For the last year or so, maybe 2 years or so, when people didn't see Kamala Harris, and it was what was Kamala Harris doing? Kamala Harris doing? 'Cause you gotta remember these same motherfuckers that's backing her now is the same motherfuckers that was trying to get uh Biden to kick her off the ticket for the last 2 3 years and run somebody else for vice president. So all that hypocrite shit they doing, they kick rocks. But what she was doing for the last year, 2 years or so, she was going around the colleges, not just HBCUs. She was going around the white colleges, Hispanic leaning colleges. She was going everywhere, and she was dealing with two sets of people. She was dealing with the young people, and she was dealing with women because she was the head of the abortion issue. She was ahead on that. The thing with Biden was young people wasn't feeling him, and that was like where it really hurt. So where she was with all the basically she was with all of them, and they know her, they see her, she relate to them. The issues that they have are the issues she talk about with them. She know what make them tick, and she know what their issues are. So when he was off the ticket, that's why you seen the bump in young voters. It's like 60. She got like 60 some percent. The last I seen it was 60 some percent. Trump had 30 some percent. So she had that's her real like major bump. So when she comes out where she can relate, got Beyonce. And remember, she got her stepchildren. Well, fuck it, her children are that age, 20s, early 20s. So, she kind of hip to Beyonce's and Taylor Swift's, and she listened to Biggie in college and all this stuff. So that demographic, which is the future, they wasn't feeling him. And then when she gets out there with a video like that, that's why you see so many young. They highlighting the young people, and they highlight the different demographics of young people. And
Let's talk about the stress. That's why I like, bruh. I like whoever doing. I don't know if it's the same person.
same people.
It is. I like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying, dog? I don't know if you got bored with your man Biden on what you was doing, but what you're doing now is exquisite, right? You are literally putting the Republicans on their ass with these videos. Now, this is her first campaign video, right? Now, the video is expressing freedom, right? And they got Beyonce song Freedom in the joint, right? Now, once you start going on month after month with this song being her theme song, freedom becomes her theme, right? And then what is freedom to her? Freedom to make your own choice as a woman, right? Freedom as a minority and black people to go out without being harassed and racist people, pigs, fucking making life a hell, right? Freedom to raise your kids in a motherfucking neighborhood where the gun violence ain't killing your motherfucking kids, right? Freedom where police officers are not killing black kids in the motherfucking streets, right? So to me, the video itself, right, can put in so many people in America just under this umbrella compared to deporting people. I think that's a complete contrast. I like this video, bro. It's like one of the best motherfucking campaign videos I've seen all year. We got Trump in the motherfucking with the when he got this mug shot. That's in there. You got Trump in motherfucking on suit. It's in there, right? So it's just like it's giving you flashes of shit of this fool, right? And meanwhile saying freedom, get away from all that. And this is the other end of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
Well, you got to understand this part too. With Biden at the top of the ticket, you had to tailor that to Biden and what Biden wanted. You couldn't make a video like that for Joe Biden. It wouldn't work. 'Cause that's not him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just
That's
two
not
different
him.
people. Just yeah, exactly.
That's her.
Yeah.
And Biden, you can see who she's targeting. Look, just like just like in 2016, when Trump came out and Trump won in 2016, he raised up a segment in his base that was dormant, that was racist rural voters, hillbillies, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did in 2016 to win the election. What she is doing now is she is doing what Obama did. Obama, when he came out, when he ran, Obama woke up young voters, 18 to 35. Obama woke them up, got them involved, and he won the election. She's doing the same thing because the 18 to 35 group she owns, 1834, whatever the fuck, she owns it right now. And for that demographic, she got 70, I believe it's 70 some percent.
And Biden couldn't get that if he
No, he couldn't
on
get
his
it.
best day.
But what Biden had was older people. Now where she is smoking him with younger people, now Trump is beating her by like it's somewhere between the high teens and the 20s with older people. The problem with that is older people are more reliable to get out and vote. If they do it right and you keep this energy, you keep this enthusiasm, it's not going to be close. She's going to smoke his ass. That's what's going to happen.
So one thing me and my man on this joint do is motherfucking combat lies. We don't do those. We don't come up with the MAGA lies. We don't do all that, right? So everybody now is a few things that's going to be a hit job. Like my man said, they're going to talk about her sex life, right? They're going to try to bring up something in her sex life or back when she had boyfriends, whatever she did, right? This is what Republicans are going to do, right? Then they're going to try to figure out, they already doing the birth shit, right? So they're going to do that. Anytime you got immigrant parents, they're going to do that. So to them, use an immigrant, use a motherfucker, you shouldn't even be president. So just like they did Obama, his parents were immigrants. So what they gonna do with that is tell you off the break, you ain't supposed to be a motherfucking president because X, Y, and Z, you're not really American. So that's already cooking. That's gonna come out even more. They already saying she not black. You know what I'm saying? They already doing that. So they feed that to the black culture and hope they eat that up and feed it to somebody like us. And we don't want to hear that bullshit, right? So now they want to try to say she not black, right? So that's gonna be the first thing gonna try to fuck you up with. She not black, right? Then again, to me, if your man is Trump, who is an orange pig demon, why do you care if she black or not? Why is that your thing? Why you care? Why the fact that everybody's falling in love with the fact that she black? Why do you care? If you love this orange demon motherfucker, why would you care that everybody's falling in love with the first black potential president? Why you care if she black or not? Why is that your thing? Worry about the orange demon you got there that you love. Don't worry about whether or not she black or not. Her father's Jamaican. She's born in California. She black.
They can't go there with the birth of shit.
They trying.
What they trying to do is they trying to paint her as not black, and they keep on coming with that she ain't black shit. She ain't black shit. Let me hip y'all to some shit.
What the fuck?
I was watching something on MSNBC the other night. Matter of fact, I caught it on YouTube and I watched it because it had Roland Martin and Michael Steele, and I seen Roland Martin and Michael Steele together on a joint. I got to see this. So they was talking about this not black shit. Both of them say it's some bullshit. But then Michael Steele says something that's profound. To me, that is. He says, if she's not black, she said her father is Jamaican. Go back and look and see where Jamaicans come from. Roland Martin said, yeah, do that. So they told, Jamaicans, their root and they was immigrated from is Africa. So I checked it out. So I was like, hold the fuck on, because I know this. A lot of people don't know it. They'll skip over this fact in slavery history, that the islands, the Caribbean islands, was controlled by, in the days of slavery, was controlled by Great Britain or England, whatever the fuck. So that's how black people got into the Caribbean islands, if you will. That's why when the Queen died, motherfucker, the Jamaicans, I think it was Jamaicans, or somebody in the Caribbean said, we want our fucking Jews back, because the monarch still got their Jews and shit. But so I looked it up, and it say most Jamaican slaves came from the region that is now modern day Ghana, Nigeria, and Central Africa, and also includes the Akan, the Ashanti, the Yoruba, the Igbo, and the Ibibio peoples. Okay. I say that to say, where do black people in this fucking country that we call black immigrate from? Africa. So if her father was a Jamaican and she has of Jamaican descent, she is just as black as we are. And if she is not black, then Biggie Smalls is not black. Then Busta Rhymes is not black. And Harry Belafonte is not black. Just to name a few. She's black.
We talking about all cultures of black. We talking about Haitians. We talking about Jamaicans. We talking about Africans. We talking about all the descendants of Africa, right? So if you come to America, that's why I don't like the African American shit anyway. I prefer them to leave it at Negro, be honest with you, because the African American shit, it dilutes where the meaning of the black people is. Like African got white people there, right? A white person,
yes, it is.
White person can be born over there and come here and be called African or fucking American, and not even near black. So that right there, when you use African American, it makes it a slippery slope to us disappearing. Like you gotta have Pacific name. African American make it real Pacific, where you just gotta come from Africa. Then if you come from Africa, then you're African American. But that's not a nigga. That's not a Negro. That's not a black man or a woman. Yes or no? So therefore, I never subscribe to this African American shit. That's a whole nother topic we gonna get into another podcast. African. That's when white people can say, he come from Jamaica though. He not African. See, that's not true. That's how this shit works. That's how they dilute this shit. That's the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's clear and date on a birth certificate, as everybody can see on this fucking podcast. Her father's Jamaican. Yeah, she born in California, and that's the end of it.
A mother's of Indian descent.
So Indians, wherever they at, they can be celebrating her too.
Basically,
just like we celebrating her. You both can celebrate her. Indian Americans can celebrate the first Indian American. They can be woman. They can be fucking president. And then meanwhile, us niggas can support the first black woman. They can be president. Simple. It don't get no simpler than that. Everybody else talking anything else, you full of shit and you grasp for stars. For what's that? They grasp for shit, bro.
Straw.
That shit.
They keep talking this dumbass shit about she not black and I'm not voting for her. She ain't black. She a fake black and all this old other shit. And then that shit gets pumped up. You gotta why some people are actually out here falling for it.
Yeah.
Look, That's because we'll get back to this another day too. We don't fully know our history, and I don't act like I fully know our history.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know 25% of it.
We here to learn just like everybody else, nigga.
Yeah,
We just
I
here.
don't know.
We here. We just walking off the street and just
Yeah,
being here. You
I
want to teach
don't
us?
know.
We be learning. We don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
If
We-
I know 10 to 15% of the total history of black people in this world, I'd be shocked. So I ain't gonna sit there and say I know it, that I can throw it out there. But what I don't know, I'll find out. Just like this issue here. But look, if you don't know, and if you leave it up to them, you will never know. That's why they want to take the books out of schools. They want to take the books out of libraries. They want to kill. They want to erase. If they could erase 100% of Black history, they would.
Oh yeah.
Of black blood in you, and it's probably still true to this day. I don't know. If you have one drop, not an ounce, not a pint, not half your body, not a total lube job. If you have one drop of black blood in you, you are black.
Now, coming up in our community, right? It's been high yellow motherfuckers, and we it's been a distinguishing that, but we all knew we were all black. You know what I'm saying? And then some people that come up in the black culture that have mixed parents have a problem with trying to figure out their identity. You know what I'm saying? That happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you growing up in a black neighborhood and then you feel fit in, right? Then you go to a white neighborhood and you're getting discriminated against. But your mother is white and your father's black. You feel like you should be able to fit into a white joint too. Life ain't like that. Life hits you with reality when that happens, bro. And you gotta make your fucking mind up. Simple as that. And that's the same thing. What's that bitch that went to what's the name of the convention? The same thing with her. She mixed and she confused. We was talking about her the other day with the bald head. God damn it.
Oh, Amber Rose.
Amber Rose.
She
and they struggle with who they are. And what the bottom line are, they black. Period. And that is something they have to get over. You know what I'm saying? And that's something really between Obama and motherfucker Kamala, right? One problem I had with Obama, he didn't lean into his blackness enough. And when he did lean into it, he chastises. Like, you need to do this and all that bullshit, right? I think she leans into black culture way more than he ever did, right? He didn't lean into, he was more scared to lean into the culture and be, he wasn't really us. He wasn't like us, to be honest with you. He wasn't really, that's why he didn't, at the beginning, I didn't catch on to him early because I got that feeling of one of those bougie, fake ass black dudes. That's what I got from him from the beginning, right? So when you get from her, you never get that impression from her. She's just like an auntie almost, bro. So you